I hope they did not get that on camera. Rah, 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 rah. He's looking at me like, why you turned down my show? Bye. See you later. Hey, y'all. I'm good, Eli. Y'all got a live today because I was supposed to record my April message yesterday and that didn't happen. So I was like, let me get on live with them and yap for a second and apologize. I'm not even going to promise I'm going to post. If I don't post the April message today, then it's not going up, period. Like, I have to post it by the second. I have to. I'm still trying to kind of sit in the energy, though, because I got some positive stuff for April. Like, I will tell y'all this. It is positive. A lot of goodness. But I need to sit in it as well before I post. So, I haven't posted it yet, so. Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? April Fool's was yesterday, honey. Okay, shout out to Australia. There's so many of y'all who watch me in Australia. Let me go visit. I kind of just want to sit in the energy now. Not for April necessarily, but for y'all. Hey, y'all. Y'all like the live for me? What you doing? What you doing? You all satisfied? We just finished breakfast. Nope. No, because you're going to eat them. Was watching an other brother. Okay. South Africa. Okay. It's a lot of y'all in South Africa. I think South Africa is my third largest country that follows me. It's such an amazing, beautiful day. I'm grateful to be in this human experience. Much love from Arizona. Okay. Griselda. The name is familiar. It is a beautiful day. Okay. Hello from India. Hey, India. It is a nice day. I mean, it's really not like where I am. It's not, the sun isn't out. It's not cloudy, but the vibes are nice, you know. Is the USA the best country in the world? I don't know about that. According to other countries, it's not. So I feel like you can always tell by the perspective of other countries. And they don't feel like we the best in the world. So I don't know. It's getting there. How's it getting there, Jessica? Let me know. Share your thoughts. Get a life dog? What is that? Some people in the comments are saying yes. So y'all some real patriots. Thanks, Dara. How do you stay grounded and stop overthinking? I wouldn't say I necessarily mastered overthinking, but I will say I mean, staying grounded, I meditate. So if you've been watching me, you already know what time it is. I'm going to meditate. Meditation and breath work helps keep me grounded. One. And like having my channel and posting on my channel keeps me grounded as well because it's one of my spiritual gifts. So acting out in your spiritual gift, breath work, meditation. But as far as overthinking, the best thing to do, and it's crazy you asked me that because I was going to post this on my community tab, so I will post it again. Oh, singing, that's a really good one. But as far as overthinking, when you have a negative thought, immediately replace it with a positive thought. So if you're like, let's say you're like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. I got bills. Bills is piling up. You can feel those feelings, right? Like I'm not saying every single time, because you can feel those feelings and cry. Like if you need to cry and release, if you're that frustrated. But after that, whether you cry or not, you need to replace that thought with something positive. Like, I'm so happy and grateful that God put me in a position where I can pay my bills freely, or I'm just happy to be up today. I'm happy I have a nice warm bed. I'm happy I got food in my fridge. I'm happy I got a car. I'm happy for the trees, the birds, the flowers. It doesn't matter, but you need to replace it with a positive thought. I said the bills things because most of y'all are adults, so most of y'all have bills. And y'all are always complaining about your bills in my comments. Like I get it. That's why I always use that as an example. But anything. Or if let's say you went through a breakup, or you didn't have to just go through a breakup. But you know those moments where you feel sorry for yourself and you're like, oh my God, nobody loves me. Like, I'm never gonna find love. Like when you think like that, replace that with I am worthy of love. And say I have not met all the people who are going to love me. Okay. Replace it with a positive thought. That is transmutation. Okay. Always, always, always do that. If again, because don't gaslight yourself because that's not healthy. If you need to feel your feelings, feel them, cry, get mad, but either way, replace it with something positive. Don't sit in the negativity, if that makes sense. Okay, somebody said something. Let me see. Jessica said, I feel like it's being torn up by the roots. It hurts a lot, but I support our president. All right, Jessica. Do you, baby girl. Love you too. How did you know you have spiritual gifts? First time I found out I was having, what's it called? Man, y'all. I got mom brain so bad. And it's getting worse. Premonitions. That's the first spiritual gift I realized I had. Now, there's some I've always had since a child, but I didn't pay attention to it. But premonitions was my first spiritual gift. And I would have dreams about things, and then it would happen, like consistently, over and over again. I would have a dream, like about something one day, it would happen the next day. And it freaked me out. That's the reason I don't have friends anymore. Because I would have dreams about them. It's just, I'm not even going to get into that. Like, I'm not going to yap about myself right this second. But I would have dreams about friends, certain things. It would be revealed to me in real time. And I was just like, dang. I can't have friends. I can't be friends with none of these people. It's crazy. Thanks, Emmanuel. Let them know, okay? Hey, Hey, Brianna. I just lost your message. Hey, gorgeous. I was just rewatching your last live about alignment, and boom, you're live now. Yes. Some of y'all are really, really tapped in, and I feel like y'all's spiritual gifts are increasing, which I've been saying, but I can tell because some of y'all be clocking my tea. And I'm like, how do y'all know this? It's like random stuff too. And I'm just like, what? But a lot of y'all are doing good. Okay, Uganda. Armando, don't come in here with that. They love to spam my comments recommending books. Yo, that was literally me yesterday. When I was in the red in my account to my bills piling, I say thank you that all this money is on its way. You have to, especially if it's like you can't control it. I've gone to a place where I do not stress about things I cannot control. And I have to move with an abundant mindset. Like I cannot move through a place of lack. I cannot do that. I can't. Even if I feel like that, all right, I feel like it, but then I'm getting back in my abundant timeline. Like I'm getting back in that mode. Like I'm not gonna sit in a space of lack. If it's something I can't control, oh well. But if that's not my desired outcome, if my desired outcome is not for me to have, I mean, if it's not for me to be in lack, I'm not gonna focus on the lack because I understand how life works. Like one moment you down, one moment you up. So just because it may be a little weird right now doesn't mean it's gonna be like that forever. So what's the point of like sitting in that feeling? Yes, the power of gratitude. Oh, you can't read? I'm sorry. Love is the least worry at this time. Mm, I get what you're saying, but I disagree. I feel like love should always be at the center of everything. You should probably move to another country where you'd probably be happier. Who said I was unhappy? When did I say that? I don't remember me saying that. Hi from Malaysia. Okay, Malaysia. Yes, I have a gratitude jar, and my son and I use it throughout the day. We write on a card what we're grateful for, and then we place it in the jar. So refreshing. I love that. I need to do that with my kid. Okay, I'm glad you got. I can't stand your username, but I'm glad that you're enjoying your sound bowl. About to get on the Stairmaster. My goal is an hour. Yes, get it. I love it. I've never been on a Stairmaster, but I've heard it's really rough. Hey, beauty. Thank you, Derek. Lack is such an illusion, right? I can't wait for all to begin to experience this knowing and realization. It really is. And they purposely do things to Carter, please. They purposely do things to keep us in that state of lack. Because they know our power. They know our power. They know what we can do if we tap all the way into it. So yeah. Okay, Florida. Thank you, Pookie. Every time I'm making yeah, I saw that. Every time I'm making a major life decision, I see white feathers, which I take as a meaning I'm making the right decision. Does this happen to anyone else? I rarely see feathers, but my daughter found one in the garage the other day. Some people believe seeing feathers is like angel wings. Like when they see a feather, there is like it's like an angel speaking to them. But I rarely see feathers, so I would not say that happens to me. What lip gloss I'm wearing? Well, it's a lip combo, so I will show it to you. The lighting is terrible. Let me go find my thing. I actually posted this on my vlog channel, so if you just go to my vlog channel and like, comment, and subscribe, you can see it. But it's a lip combo, so I'm using the, what's it called? Huda Beauty. What shade is this? I don't know what shade it is, and I don't feel like looking, but it's a lip liner. It's a brown lip liner by Huda Beauty. Oh, Rich Brown. And then I used the NYX Butter Gloss for the color, and then I did the Dior Lip Maximizer. This is in, I don't remember, but it's the one that's like a sparkly. If you get a Dior Lip Maximizer, it's the one that's like sparkly purple. I don't remember what it's called. It's like iridescent or something. But yeah, that's what I'm using on my lips. Hey, Lamar. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Rich Rising, Goddess Stay, Elevating Divine. Shout out to the family. Gotta get back to work. Just had to come support and hit the like. Okay. God bless. I have seen feathers when I'm about to make a decision I wasn't sure about. I love that. I'm loving myself more, but still becoming more selfless because I love good people. Anthony, I'm not telling you what part of Georgia I'm in. Y'all gotta stop asking me personal questions. Like, what are you gonna do with that information? How do you get free when you feel an ex that won't let go of your energy? Camille, when you find out, let me know. I don't know, Camille. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? I don't know. I feel like the only thing that you can do is like call your power back from this person consistently, like actually say it. But don't, because if you can feel your ex's energy, it just means that you're highly empathic, right? Like a lot of y'all pick up on energy and you've had to go through a process of discovering that that energy does not belong to you. Because I've had to go through that same thing. Like you'll feel something for somebody. Let's say that you like all of a sudden want to hit up your ex and he or she was really toxic. That's not your energy. You're not missing them. They're missing you. But because you are picking up on that energy, you feel like, oh, I need to reach out to them, right? And I'm talking about somebody who's toxic. Because if you're rational, why would you go back to your toxic ex? Like somebody who was abusive in some type of way, somebody who was a cheater, somebody who did not make you feel good. There was more bad moments than good moments. A lot of y'all are just extremely empathic, especially women. So we pick up on that energy. I don't know exactly how to release that energy. Now, there are spiritual practitioners who do things like cord cuttings. I don't do that. I do know someone who does do that, but I don't partake in those type of things. But sometimes those work. But I personally, this is just from me, I personally would not do that. Like, I'm not the type of person who really like, I support people who do like spell work and things of that nature as long as it's something positive, but I don't partake in it and I feel like it can be very dangerous. I actually knew somebody. I had a friend that did a love spell. She actually didn't tell me this, which was crazy. Like I wonder why she didn't tell me. But this was like, y'all, this is one of my biggest freaking haters that I did not discover was around me for years. But we had a mutual friend and she told me that she did a love spell on somebody's like baby father or something. Because and it's just crazy to me because people really be out here doing love spells on people. Like you're making this man go against his free will because you are a desperate pick me. It's crazy. But she did a love spell on this guy. And I think this was before I really got into my spiritual journey. So this was like, I want to say this was right after Callie was born. So this was like 2020. And this friend had told me, and I'm like, what? So she sent me the lady's WhatsApp. So some random lady in another country. Because I'm telling you this story because I feel like I almost did something bad. I wanted to cut the cord between me and somebody else. So apparently this lady could do some type of spell work and she knows how to cut cords between you and other people. And there was somebody who was extremely toxic in my life, still toxic, and I did not want to be around this person no more. I just wanted the energy to like be cut. So I asked her, like, does she do something like that? And she did, but I never did it. Like, I never paid for nothing like that. So don't do things like that, honestly, because you just never know what you might be messing with. Because I guarantee you, girl who did the love spell on that man, she never gonna know peace and she's never gonna know love because you were messing with somebody's free will because you were desperate. But as far as cutting ties with somebody, honey, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I really don't. I feel like some things take time and it's possible there's something that you may still need to learn from that situation with that person. So I'm just going to say, Camille, I love you and good luck and keep calling your power back. And if you ever feel inclined to call or reach out to this person, do not do it. All right? Don't do it. Sorry for my long-winded answer. All right, I'm going to go to the bottom. Thank you for all the confirmation you shared. And seriously, you brought much laughter on days when I needed it. Your work is appreciated. Gotta run now. Much love. Thank you, Griselda. How do you differentiate the real messages from the fake dreams? right now, because we're in eclipse season, we just had a new moon. There's a lot going on in the ethers. I feel like what you need to do, don't try so hard to differentiate what's real and what's not. Just write down every dream that you remember. Even if it's just one small detail, write that down. Write down everything that you can remember, because sometimes things don't mean anything until later. I've been having really weird dreams and I'm not really paying too much attention to it. So don't worry about that right now. I feel like if God wants you to get a message to you, he'll give it to you loud and clear. Like, you'll just know. So just be patient. I felt last night like my intuition was telling me the man I've been dating is lying to me. But lying to you about what, though? Definitely trust your intuition, but lying about what? If the other person agrees to the spell, is that okay? I don't know. You asking the wrong person. Like, I don't do stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. But if you're talking about love spells, I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't be doing stuff. I don't feel like you should be doing stuff like that, period. And again, also, I will say, because some people, their family has been doing this for a long time. So this runs back to their ancestors and all types of stuff. If you don't know for sure that your family dabbled in things like this and practice stuff like this, you definitely don't need to be doing it, like, at all. Because you don't have no clearance. You don't have any safety or protection doing things like that. You just gotta be careful. I don't know. Don't ask me about no spell work. I had a dream about a silver cord and I saw someone trying to break the barrier. It was a thick barrier. Someone said cut the cord, but I knew it had been very harmful. It was my own. Yeah, because it's just so much that goes into that. Sometimes you just gotta let things happen. As long as you're being smart and you're not going back to someone who you know is toxic and hurt you, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You don't have to do all the extra stuff. I know some people do it, and again, I'm not judging any of those people. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But I don't feel like a lot of that stuff is necessary. Do you resell, think, love, spell? And people take advantage of people for you? Yes, it's going to backfire. It's absolutely going to backfire. But don't think like just because you see somebody thriving or they're winning. Honey, these people be having uncurable diseases. They be in like loveless marriages, loveless relationships. Like, it's so many things. You don't know what somebody truly desires. Every single person on this earth desires something or really wants something. So just because on the outside they have something that you want or you feel like if you had that you would be happy, doesn't mean that person is happy. And oftentimes they haven't even received their karma yet. Like, one thing about God I learned, especially when he's dealing with chosen people and our opposition, and I can say for sure, like, my ancestors are like this. They like a slow burn. They don't want to come at you all at once. They're gonna take their time, and I love that. They're very strategic, which I feel like the Most High God is also very strategic. So he may take his time because he can still use your enemies in the opposition for his plan. He may still have something that he needs done, and he's going to use them for that purpose before he gives them their karma. So try not to worry about stuff like that. Yes, if you do a love spell on somebody, it's going to backfire on you. You cannot mess with somebody's free will. It's crazy. Had a dream last night. A dismembered arm dropped on me. That's crazy. God showed me that I was as much to blame as my spouse. Does God ever tell you things you've done wrong? Of course. And also my common sense and empathy tells me things I've done wrong. God doesn't always have to tell me I'm doing something wrong. Sometimes I know that. We were supposed to be spending this weekend together, and now he's saying his traveling plans have changed due to something being out of control, but I'm feeling something is off. How I would handle that situation, Brianna, even though you didn't ask, I'm gonna just say how I would handle it. I would definitely play it cool. I wouldn't even like overreact. I wouldn't like do what you're doing, be observant and just kind of like see what happens, but don't overreact. But I will say, and This isn't toxic, but if y'all are just dating, you got to play the dating game. Hold on one second, y'all. Carter, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, y'all. He got too quiet. The kids get too quiet. But the next time that he tries to take you somewhere or spend time with you, decline. Because I feel like the fact that he blew you off for whatever reason, especially if your intuition is telling you he could be lying about something. This is crazy because I just saw a TikTok story about this exact same thing. And it turned out the man had like 7 baby mamas and two fiancés. Not saying that's your situation, but play it cool. Don't overreact. Don't even let him know that you're pressed or bothered. Just be like, okay, have a good time. Like, you got to be super cool about it. Like, you don't even care, for one. Watch, observe, see what happens. Don't double text him while he's out of town. If he goes a whole weekend and you don't hear from him, like, just go ahead and drop that. Like, let that situation go. Or if he's only texting you at certain times of night, just that's just a waste of time. But I would not be texting him, blowing him up. I would be busy the whole weekend. I would be outside having fun, gonna go do stuff. Like, I would be busy. Like, I wouldn't be sitting around worried about him or what he has going on. One, don't blow him up, none of that. And then if he tries to reschedule those plans, make sure you have plans. That's how I would do it. You don't have to do how I would do it, but that's how I would. Cause no. Oh, I didn't see your message, Brianna. Did you catch what I said? I did not see that you told me to start over. My Wi-Fi is probably not good. Got into it with a security guard at my building. Then had a dream last night. He came in my house. It felt so real. What? That's scary. I know this is off topic, but I have only visited Atlanta once for a seminar, but would love to come back. Do you ever think of doing a spiritual potluck for your followers? Yes, but the only issue is, Camille, if I have an event, I have to have it has to be like really organized. I have to have security. Like, I would have to pay for a venue. I'm a tourist, so I'm not doing nothing. I'm not like just doing nothing mediocre, for one. It has to be something nice, but also for safety reasons, I would have to have multiple security, like licensed to carry security guards, because of the men that follow me on my channel specifically, the things that they have said, how they have stalked me and harassed me. Only way that I'm doing an event anywhere is if I have security, not only for my protection, but for y'all's protection as well. And I don't want to do like something like mediocre, and that would cost money. So if I were to do an event, it would not be free. Like, I wouldn't be able to do my first event free, because I'm not like, I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars just to blow on some like event, which would be nice if I did, but that's not realistic. So one, the event would not be free, because if I did a free event open to the public, I feel like it would get out of control. So I feel like charging people is basically like making sure that the people who are coming are not just some random weirdos. These are people who like actually want to have this spiritual like meetup, and like are actually about that, and not just coming to see me and be like weird. So I would have to charge, I would have to have security, and it would have to be nice, and it would have to be a limit on who can come. So I will try to do that. I've been trying to put that together, but I'm really bougie, so it would be expensive. But anyway, he's traveling for work, and we were supposed to spend the weekend together, and now all of a sudden they have him rooming with someone. No, I didn't catch it, LOL. I don't know, Brianna, but because it could be that he's being honest, right? Because you never know. You don't know if he's being honest or not. And we don't want to, especially as women, excuse me, as even though our intuition is on point, you don't want to mess up something that's potentially good because of your own insecurities. That's why I said you got to play it cool. Like, your feelings are valid, but just play it cool. Like, if he's saying the trip is canceled because he has to room with someone, let it just charge it to the game, let it rock. Like, okay, I hope you have a good time. Don't be excessive and, like, not saying that you're like this, but I just know a lot of times women can be like this when we're even if when our intuition is correct, because that's why a lot of women act out like that. Like, I just seen a video yesterday. Sorry to get off topic. I promise I'm gonna get back on, but I just seen a video yesterday of this woman. She was pregnant and she had 2 kids by this man, and she tracked his location to another man's house, and apparently he was a member of the LGBTQ community, and she did not know. Like, her own husband was knocking down some old man and she pulled up and caught them, and she was pregnant and she had 2 kids. And most people would say, like, she was being irrational and she was being crazy once she was pregnant, but that's how strong a woman's intuition is. Like, she caught her husband knocking down an old man. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. So a lot of times a woman's intuition is powerful, but it causes us to react prematurely. Not saying that she shouldn't did what she did, because girl, but just play it cool, because you never know what's really going on. And if y'all are just dating and y'all are not in no type of relationship, you don't owe him anything, honestly, and he doesn't owe you anything yet. So play it cool. Don't say nothing. Just see what happens. Whatever your intuition is telling you, trust it, but don't show your hand to him. Like, don't show him that you're on to him. Don't show him like you're that pressed over him and what he has going on. Okay? Because you have options, honey. Even if you don't got options, you have options. Like, one monkey don't stop the show. So if y'all are dating, like, and also don't, like, because I know this is hard for women. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just date him. Date somebody else. Like, if he cancels with you, go on a date with somebody else. If y'all aren't exclusively dating, date another person. Like, that's how I feel. You're single. He's single. I'm not saying that you got to open your legs to all these people. Don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But go on a date with somebody else, or go out with your friends, or go out with your son. Like, go do something else. But don't show him your hand, and just wait and see what happens, because God will reveal it to you when it's time. Crazy you have to do that, but stay safe. It is crazy, Angelica. It is. But if y'all saw the emails that I've gotten, the DMs I've gotten, the stuff that people have done, y'all have no idea. There's no way I would ever do an event without security, multiple armed security guards, and have it just open to the public. No way. Women's intuition is nothing to play with. I swear it's not. And we will gaslight ourselves, but I'm like, because I used to be like that. And I was never wrong. Like, I was never wrong, okay? I used to be like that when I was younger. I would just react and, like, yeah, I'm driving by your house. Okay? When I was like 19, 20. But now I don't do that. It's like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't care. You not that important. And I'm not going to give you enough power over me for you to think I'm about to be stressed and depressed over little old you, okay? Like, you not bigger than the program, honey. You're not bigger than the program. Have a good time. Okay, happy birthday, win regardless, Aries. We love the Aries. Am I a heartbreaker? Not intentionally. Maybe find out all the expenses and present it to your subscribers, and depending on who all wants to attend, allow to determine the cost per person. Of course, all would need to yeah, if I ever say I'm having an event, y'all would have months and months to prepare. I'm not just gonna be like, all right, y'all, I'm meeting up next week. You're gonna have so much time to prepare, because a lot of y'all are in different countries, different cities. You may want to, you know, save your coins for a flight or whatever. And, you know, some people got kids. I'm not gonna just spring that on y'all. I was a teen mom and I missed the baby. Aw, he's in his playpen right now, and I'm trying to secure him because he's getting into stuff. Even though he's probably about to hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me fix this. Okay. Okay. It sounds like you don't believe in love. What did I say that made you feel like I don't believe in love? Because I'm telling a woman to be smart and not be naive. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I 100% believe in love. It's just so unusual because I travel with him a lot and this never happens. It's not that I want to react out, but I want to distance myself. For me, it's been too long in a dating stage and no commitment. Girl, you know what to do. Especially if you set that boundary, okay? If you personally set a boundary and said, we have been dating, not to him, but if you've been dating him too long and he has not committed and that is your boundary, then absolutely you should distance yourself. One, because that in a spiritual aspect, because you know we got to turn everything spiritual. In a spiritual aspect, you are telling God, you are telling the universe, I deserve better than this. You are showing God and the universe, I know my worth. And because you are doing that, you're going to manifest somebody who also knows your worth. Okay? So if that's your boundary, there's nothing wrong with that. So pulling back your energy, if it's been too long, there's been no commitment, I don't disagree with that. I'm not going to say stick it out a little bit longer for what? Life is too short. Okay? Life is way too short. Y'all not married? Like, live your life, have fun. Like, you can definitely distance yourself. Even if you want to still communicate with him, that's your choice, obviously. Or whether you tell him, like, hey, this isn't really working out for me. Like, I just kind of want to see other people. Whatever you decide to do, that's your choice. But make sure that you, if you are in a stage in your life where you want to date, date. Like, don't be loyal to somebody that's not loyal to you. I feel like a lot of women, we are loyal to men by default, and we need to stop doing that. So if he hasn't even committed, then you definitely do not owe him anything. I don't care what nobody in the comments says. They can keep that advice to themselves. I can tell your baby boy is going to be gifted. He's entertaining himself like I remember doing. I have memories from 2 years old. Really? That's crazy. I don't remember nothing at 2. Yeah. He's a very old, so this actually isn't a little boy. This is actually somebody's grandpa. That's what y'all don't know. This is somebody's granddad. I haven't figured out whose granddad it is, but this is somebody's granddad. For sure. Hey, Miss Proverbs 31. Love takes communication and patience. Yeah, but I didn't hear her say she was in love, and she said that he's not meeting her expectations, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Be careful of men with multiple soul ties sleeping around. They are the most empty and depressed beings I've ever met, and once they go find one worth it, they have nothing to give her. All right, because they've been ran through. I tell women, if y'all dated at least a year and he's not ready to commit, then don't wait and keep it moving. Honestly, I wouldn't even go a year, okay? I wouldn't even go a year. Like, a year is too long. That's too long. Dating for a whole year? No. That's too long. Like, even 6 months is kind of like, 6 months is decent, especially when you're grown adults and you both have lives. You're constantly busy. Like, y'all both have stuff going on. 6 months is decent. But after that, like, you're pushing it. No, goodbye. In a spiritual sense, it's making me fired up from the inside. Fire is burning inside me, like, not anger, but fire alarm is on. LOL, yes, I have been loyal to him almost 3 years and it's long distance. No, Nope. No commitment, 3 years. Run for your life. Run. Like, don't even, like, set that standard for yourself. Like, no, this is not what I want. I don't know why women are like this. Like, I don't know why we're like this. It's I feel like it's just learned behavior and conditioning. Like women are taught to be like loyal to everything and everyone but ourselves. Like this, when you have decided that this is not what you want, do not waste another second. 3 years? No. I just seen I don't know her name, y'all, but there's this creator on TikTok. She is so funny. I think she has a YouTube channel too. But she basically was like, and don't get offended if this does not apply to you, but she was like, a lot of you, so she said something like, a lot of you guys have been asking me what I meant by my last post. And she was like, men are narcissists, run, they'll suck you dry, they're energy vampires. Like she was just screaming, like, that's how she is. She's super dramatic at the camera. That is so real. Like you have to be careful with these men out here, okay? They like to pretend like they don't know how they are and they don't know how their homeboys are, and not even to get on y'all. I'm just saying, like, as a woman, especially because most women are so spiritually gifted and divine, these energy vampires will be on you. You have to be careful. A man will take everything from you if you let him. Okay? Not saying that a woman can't do this to a man, but it happens more often to women who are dealing with men. That is because of how women are conditioned. So a lot of times a woman will allow this to go on. Usually men, I won't say they have higher standards, but in a way, and they're more selfish. So they're not gonna deal with anything they don't want to deal with. Women feel like we have to be loyal for some strange reason. And I feel like a lot of times it's just us picking up on our partner's energy. Even though we know this person does not deserve loyalty, we'll continue to be loyal to this person just because that's what the energy they're giving off to us. We're picking up on it, right? So be careful with that. Do not let a man waste your years. Girl, like, I done seen too many things. They will take everything from you and you'll be left with nothing. What if I'm the guy is pulling back energy different? It's been long. What do you mean, 11? I'm celibate 13 years now on purpose. Period. I love that. I'm sure your skin looks amazing. I haven't dated or been in any kind of relationship since 2021 when I married the Holy Spirit. Best love I've ever known. All right now. It takes a couple months tops to figure a man out. Yes. Just let him talk. Let him talk. Let him do all the talking. Don't even say nothing. Just let him run his mouth. I do love him, but love to me from my masculine is sacrificial, and I don't see or feel that. Yeah. I think it's a good thing to step away if that's what you want to do. Especially because you said that you wanted commitment and he hasn't committed. I just feel like that's, if it's not what you want, then don't deal with it. Simple. The problem is we bring our baggage into the relationship and have unrealistic expectations. That's why communication is important. That's true. I do feel like that happens. I don't think it's happening in Brianna's case. I don't think she has unrealistic expectations at all. I think expecting somebody to commit to you after it's been 3 years that's very reasonable. So I hope she ain't got no kids because she's gonna be single like you raising kids. How do you know I'm single? And what's wrong with being single and having kids? What's wrong with that? Loyalty should be earned. Don't tell them don't tell them any of those things. Just have the expectation for yourself. I feel like you can't tell, especially if you're a woman dealing with a man, you cannot tell them anything. You have to show them. So telling them is like, and if you do tell them, you got to tell them in a way where it's like you're telling them without telling them directly. Yes, learned behavior for sure. Toxic upbringing, divorce, and I was super religious at one point. And about 2 years ago, I started my real relationship with the Most High and practicing my spirituality. As a woman, you just want a child for support. What? This is crazy. Y'all got to get off social media and live in the real world. Be careful with men and women, period. Right. The only narcissists I've ever known are women, especially in positions of power. I mean, I feel like that's very common from a man. But I've said this before. Do y'all not know that 75% of diagnosed narcissists, like people who are diagnosed by a doctor with NPD, are men? And I think it's easy for men to say that they don't know any narcissistic men, and it's probably because you act just like them and you don't realize it. Soon we are gonna date robots. You ladies are done. I think I can speak for myself when I say I would love that for y'all. Like, nothing would make me happier than men deciding to go date robots. I think that is exactly what y'all need and want. Y'all want somebody who just shuts up and does whatever you say and has no substance other than to just be your maid and slave. And I would rather see y'all do it to a robot than see y'all do it to the women and children that y'all usually do it to. So definitely leave us alone and go get your robots. I'm all for it. You have my support. Where can I donate? I want to commit, but she's not ready. After a year, she wants to take it slow. I mean, 11, you said you're a man. I feel like if you're ready to commit to her and she's not, you have every right to leave. Like, don't waste your time. And if she wants to take it slow, go date someone else. Like, don't be loyal. If it's been a year and she still wants to take it slow and you're ready to commit, you either need to leave that relationship or just let her know and be honest, I'm going to be dating other people. Because you're obviously somebody who's open and ready for love. Don't let her waste your time. Like, for what? Three months in, you my wife in spirit. If you are single, you ain't gonna be single for long. Y'all, I want y'all to understand something. One thing I've learned from being on the internet, a lot of y'all are way too pressed about the lives of people that you do not know. I'm not even saying that you personally. Hold on, y'all, one second. What happened? Are you all right? You got right back up. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, boo. You did good. Are you okay? You did good, Carter. You got right back up. That's what you're supposed to do. Big boy. Say, big boy. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. That's right. He failed, y'all, but he got back up. So that's all that matters. He's so cute. But anyway, y'all don't worry about my relationship status. That is like none of y'all's business. But also, who cares? I don't know why people think being single is the worst thing in the world. Who cares? Like, who cares? Why do you care if I'm single or not? Y'all ask me that every day. Every single day. Like, if I want y'all to understand something and put your thinking caps on. For the ones who are judging me in my life and thinking they know what I got going on. Do you think I'm single? Do you think I'm like an incel? Or do you think I'm single by choice? If I am single, do you think I'm single by choice? Or do you think I'm an incel who can't get anybody and I'm just lonely and miserable over here? Like, be for real. Most women are single by choice because we value our peace over peace. Okay? Like, most women aren't. And I feel like men usually aren't single by choice. Y'all are the ones who want relationships so bad. Y'all are the ones who desire to have somebody in your bed every night because y'all don't know how to be alone. That's why y'all project onto women and say, oh, you're single? That's tough. How is that tough? Do you not see my beautiful skin? Do you not see my beautiful skin? Like, do I look like Somebody is over here stressing me out, even my children, because that's not what's going on. And then the automatic assumption I'm a single mom because I'm black is crazy. I hate single moms, all of them. Why? Why do you hate single moms? Did a single mom break your heart? Was your mom a single mom? Did you get rejected by a single mom? What happened? Talk to me about it. I didn't know you could be diagnosed with that. Yes, go look it up. MPD. And most people, and that's just diagnosed, y'all. Of all the people in the world, most people are like out here undiagnosed. Most narcissists are men. This has been already proven. And it's not even most, like the 75% is crazy. That is a huge number. That's a huge number. I got homeboys that hate women. I be trying to help them out. It's a lot of men right now who hate women, and it's dangerous, but that's fine. Just don't touch me. While they be pressed in women's spaces, threaten us with robots. Camille, that's what I'm saying. Like, this wasn't originally a women's space, and I let the men stay here who are respectful because they do give me support. And most of them aren't toxic, but every once in a while they'll come in here with their nonsense trying to, because they hate them. They hate women so bad. The world hates women, and that's why the world hates mothers. That's like, if you are a woman, you're already hated, but if you're a mother, I don't care if you're married, single, whatever, they hate you. It's crazy, but I don't care. Like I said, just don't touch me. You can hate me all you want to, but do not touch me and we'll be fine. But that's why you hate women, because women won't let you touch them. So I'm sorry. Get your robot. I just got a relationship. I'm cool off females. Ew. Women? Not females, women. Single mother proven just now. Okay. I don't even care to like prove that. There's nothing wrong being a single mom. They can't stand the sound of their own thoughts. Let them know, Angelica. We gonna pray for him because he seems like he's going through it, God. I swear to God, I'm rich. I'm very happy, but thank you. Happy people usually don't attack random people on the internet. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure happy people aren't doing that. So I just got out of a relationship. I'm chilling. She was too insecure and she told me that's why. Oh, I'm glad she was able to tell you that and be honest. Like, you gotta respect that. Unless you're talking about something else that I forgot. I think I'm single because my standards are extremely high. Well, they are for myself, so I refuse to settle. Oh well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like my thing is, even if your standards are high, Camille, and I'm no expert, right? But even if your standards are high, let's say you decide to date, you will find someone who you're willing to like compromise with. If this person that you really like, it may be something small that's fixable, right? I don't know what you date. I'm assuming you date men, but whatever like gender that you date, some people can like grow and evolve together. So it just depends. There has to be like a list, I'm sure you already know, of your non-negotiables. Okay? Like, it has to be things you're not negotiating with, period. But I know for a fact, like, when you're dating, there's some people you're willing to adjust certain things for. So it just depends. Like, let's say that you're extremely extroverted, right? And you want to like travel all the time, but you're in a relationship. You meet somebody, you really like him, he checks all your boxes, but he's nerdy and he's like a bookworm and he likes to read and he's not very extroverted. He's more of an introvert. That's something that you guys can meet in the middle on and compromise with. I would not say, oh, I want to go out and I want to travel the world and my partner doesn't want to do that, I'm leaving him. Like, I wouldn't do that. We would just have to compromise on that because he's introverted, I'm extroverted. Now, I'm introverted, so I'm the one who wants to read books and be in the house. But if I was with somebody who always wanted to travel, we would definitely compromise. So it just depends. Just depends, okay? It just depends. And that was not towards Camille. That was for, in general, for anybody who's like, because I know women nowadays are like, one slip up, you're fired, which I get. I totally get that. But also, you'll know when you meet the right person that's like, okay, I can compromise with you. I like you. I like to twerk on a yacht, but you like to read books. We can compromise. Okay, we gonna book the yacht. I'm gonna be right next to you twerking, and you gonna read your book. Not saying that's y'all situation, but that's just an example. You need an alpha male to debate because you're not even in conclusion of your. I hate that term. Alpha male, like, shut up. Everything I have is paid for. My house, my 3 cars, my boat, camper. I'm single. Congrats. We love it. If I was working, I'd be unhappy, but I'm tired, young, and paid. All right now. And you're very worried about me for whatever reason. But if you're child free and say you don't want kids, the hate. Carter. That's like cognitive dissonance. I don't know. I don't. The whole like beef between child free people and people who have kids, I think is like really dumb, and I just don't understand why. Who cares? Who cares? I don't understand any of it. But I don't mind that. I more so mind when people just blatantly like disrespect women or mothers for no reason. Like, I guarantee you, if a man, and I've said this before, if you're like attacking someone that you perceive to be a single mom or someone who is a single mom for no reason, she didn't do nothing to you, you just like, oh, you got kids, you black and you by yourself, I'm assuming you a single mom, I'm coming for your neck. Either you were raised by a single mom or you were rejected by one. Like, no question. Because a lot of times men will tell, like, men feel like, a lot of men do not love themselves. And when you have been rejected by every type of woman, men usually tell themselves, okay, I'm going to date someone with kids because someone with kids is less desirable to me. So she's going to be desperate. They assume single mothers are desperate for love. And they're like, okay, well, the single mom is the bottom of my list. Let me go after her. And when they get rejected by her too, their whole world falls apart. And their ego gets destroyed because they convince themselves that because this woman has children, she must not have standards, which is not true. Because usually mothers of any capacity are standards are higher than your average woman. They get offended and they're like, how dare you reject me when I look at you as undesirable? When really you feel like you're undesirable. You feel like you are worthless and you're not going to project that onto me because I have children. You sound crazy. And you need to go unpack that in therapy, sweetheart, not on my channel. If your dad wasn't with your mom, would it be okay? If my dad was toxic, which my biological father was, I would be okay with my mom not being with him. Like, what sense does that make? Who cares? You know how many people in the world don't have fathers and don't have mothers? Like, do you think God intended for every single person on this earth to have the perfect family? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like, we're all just supposed to live the exact replica of a life. That's crazy. Like, judging somebody because they don't have a father or they don't have a mother is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life. And if you're talking about a single parents are so badass, it's not even funny. They do things that you can never do. Like, That's crazy. You're judging somebody because they have created a beautiful life for their children. You're judging them for that. You're judging somebody for taking care of their kids is crazy. Like, y'all gotta stop. Just stop. I know that single mom rejected you and it made you mad and destroyed your ego, but let it go. Let it go. Like, seriously. Women take advantage when men show their emotional side. I just went through it yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Choose better. I'm just kidding. If you feel like she's taking advantage of your emotional side, I feel like you just don't deal with it. Leave. That's what y'all tell us. Just leave. Thank you, Ariana. As soon as I heard, as soon as I joined, I heard alpha male. Exactly. That was my exact face. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all swear y'all be alpha males. Like, after I finish this cardio, I'll meditate and journal, set the intention, release, let it go. Yes. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. See, this is somebody who's doing the work and not complaining, okay? She's doing the work. I just love to see that. Like, I need more people like that in my life. My ex took everything I had and rebuilt my life in 4 years with everything paid for, and then she took my son after I won custody in court. This is why I married. How did she take your son after you won custody? Did you call the police? Black women deserve more grace. They're never going to give black women grace, and honestly, I feel like a lot of us just don't care. Just don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't touch me. You can hate me all you want to. You can make your think pieces about me. You can get on your little podcast mic and drag me to the ends of the earth. I don't care. Just don't touch me. Don't come in my presence. Don't get within like 3 feet of my presence. If I'm garbage, if I'm nothing as a black woman, if I'm just the scum of the earth, stay away from me. Like, that's how I feel. I don't care about you giving me grace at all. I don't need your grace. I need your distance. I need you to step. I need social distancing from you. That's what I need. Everything else in my world is going great. Social media is not real. And in real life, as a black woman, I'm loved. I don't care what they say on social media at all. Anybody who has something to say about a black woman is miserable and jealous, I guarantee you. Because you see the material, and that's why you're mad. All right, nobody cares what he's saying anymore. Hit it and quit it. That's why she's a single mother to begin with. Okay, Steve. You low-key looking like Edna from The Incredibles with those glasses. It's definitely giving Edna. If Edna was a baddie, for sure. Edna definitely has glasses like this. Yeah, she's a hit it and quit it on to the next one type. Okay. Men, I believe, are supposed to be nurtured, supported, loved, handled with care, especially the men that deserve it. I didn't have a father growing up, but all men are not the same. That sounds like something you would do to a baby. Only being that I am nurturing and handling with care is a baby or a child. She's really worthless. Okay. I wonder if this is somebody who knows me. I'm so worthless, but you're still here. I don't know how I got here, but sis, your skin is glowing. What's your daily routine? Drink your water and don't be a hater. That's my skin routine. That's my daily routine. I drink my water and I'm not a hater. Simple. But not for real. Go to my vlog channel, and I think I have a video up where I talk about the products that I use. I'm gone. This lady lame AF. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Look out, world. The one is on the loose. He finna tell you that you not ish, and he got more money than you. Doing the self-work is the only way I see my heart being fulfilled, and I want that more than anything. I truly want to live from my heart and without fear or judgment or myself especially. I love it. I'd love to hear it. Like, there's nothing that makes me happier than hearing that. My ex just wanted to make me suffer, so that was her and her mom's. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Her and her mom's goal. My drink is a matcha latte. Haters do be looking old in the face, for sure. Cute queens always have the big foreheads, yeah. Y'all really picking me apart today. That's crazy. I'm from Bangladesh. Okay, Bangladesh. Turn up. Okay, Kenya. I love it. What time is it where y'all are? It's a lot of y'all from different countries today. I'm going to be on live as long as Carter lets me. So he seems very content right now. Okay, Canada. I think y'all are number 2. No, I think the UK is number 2. I think it's the US, the UK, South Africa, then Canada is maybe number 4. Six p.m. in Kenya. Oh wow. How many kids do I have? A lot. A lot. A whole bunch of them. They everywhere. Every time I turn around, it's a kid. Are you doing your April word today? I don't know, but if I told them earlier in the live, if I don't do it today, it's not going up at all. Because I need to sit in the energy. Like, I got one very particular message about April, but I'm not getting anything else. So sometimes I just got to make sure this is something that is supposed to be shared and not something I'm supposed to keep to myself. Or, so we'll see. That's my goal, though. It has to be today or it's not going to go up. So you'll see it first because you're a member. So, and also, if you want to see any of my monthly prediction videos, you have 1 hour to watch it before it goes to members only. So that's me being nice. I love when you go live, but the level of respect is crazy. Men have lost their touch when it comes to treating women right. Sorry, just on my mind. Love bug, you're a goddess in my eyes. Thank you, Manuel. That's fine. That's fine. I think it humors me more than anything because I see right through it. I'm very intuitive, so it's like I can see the reason why they're doing what they're doing. And it usually has something to do with the fact that they see somebody who is smart. They don't like smart women. Somebody who's gifted. Somebody who they feel inferior to for whatever reason. And somebody they know they can never have. And I just feel like a lot of men will come across my channel and I destroy their egos without even trying. And they just get upset and they immediately want to attack me. So I don't really care. That's them that's gonna have to live with that. Plus, I know that God doesn't play about me. So if you just out the way decide to come on here and attack me, I told y'all, give it 3 days. I very rarely see the same trolls in my comments. It's always new trolls. So I wonder what happened to the last one. $4 p.m. in the UK. Okay. I'm late. But I meant handle with care regarding like emotions, how we communicate, not like a baby, or maybe it's how I worded it. I think that men need to be taught how to express their emotions in a healthier way. Like to say, I think any human being or any living being, like, you know, like plants, animals deserve to be handled with care. I just think that men aren't taught how to express themselves healthy. They're not taught that the emotion is valid, but the action is not. And I don't know why. I just don't. But I do believe that other men are the problem. Because y'all don't validate each other's feelings. Y'all don't support each other. You don't give your friend a shoulder to cry on, and you expect women to do it for you, which I that's what I have a problem with. Like, y'all as men need to go cry together. Y'all need to go kumbaya together. Y'all need to like be of, if your homeboy or your friend is going through a heartbreak, don't laugh at him and tell him to suck it up. Like, validate his feelings. Like, tell him, like, you know, give him some words of like wisdom. Y'all don't do that to each other, but then expect the entire world to do it for you. But this world we live in a patriarchal society. Y'all, the men have created the society to be exactly how it is. So when y'all complain about the world not nurturing and handling men with care, y'all created that society. Other men decided that men are supposed to be like this. Women didn't do that. Women don't have any control to say how society is run. Men do. So I think you should go to other men and support each other and say, like, how can we come to let's completely decenter women. Let's separate ourselves from women. Let's remove ourselves from women's spaces and stop attacking them and telling them it's their fault while we're messed up. Let's all come together as men and support each other and cry to each other. Like, if you can go do that and be vulnerable with men, you'll be okay. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to dump all your trauma and trash onto women and then say it's our fault. It's not our fault. It's your fault and your peers' fault. That's all I got to say about that. So if you want to be nurtured and handled with care, start with doing it to yourself and doing it to your friend and doing it to your dad and your brother. Okay? Do it to them. Because women, we do that for each other. We do it for ourselves and we do it for each other. We're not doing it for y'all too. We also do it for our kids. Y'all want us to like be emotional support animals for everybody. No. Yeah, or get a therapist, please, for the love of God. You can get any type of therapist you want. Any race, any religion, any gender. Go get one. Self-love is important. And you can always tell, like, when somebody doesn't love themselves. Because they project their filth out onto everybody else. It's our government. It's not us people. You can't blame the government for everything. Once you have enough, like, wisdom to understand, hey, something's not right with me. I have things I need to go work on. The government don't care. The government is not stopping you from doing that. The only thing the government is doing right now is probably stopping your bag. And even then, they can't even really do that. If you can't move through it, move around it. But as far as your mental health, that's on you. It's not the government's fault. It's your fault. Once you are aware that something's wrong with you and you have things you need to work on and things you need to fix, go fix them. But don't come and blame everybody else for it. We're all going through things. We're all going through things right now. But some of us are doing the work and some of us are not. And it's very telling who's doing the work and who's not. I go to God to help me heal. I love it. No argument from me. Keep doing that. Self-love is the best teacher. We don't love ourselves enough to put God first. Love yourself. You have more love for this opposite. As a man, I'm embarrassed with how low vibrational we have become. You're right. We need to bind together and heal, not project onto women. Honey, that's all. That's it. That is it. That's it. And it always amazes me when I see a man recognize that and doesn't like let his like, I don't even know. It's denial. And most men are in denial about, even if they feel like they have done the work, they don't believe, they just refuse to see that other men are like crashing out. Like they're not doing good. And you can't say, and it's like, even sometimes they'll see like, oh, these men are crashing out. They don't ever like, it's like they still coddle them. And that's what's wrong with the world. The world coddles men. Like you see this man crashing out and you like, man, like he crashing out because the government, or he crashing out because somebody told him when he was 10, he wasn't allowed to have emotions. Like for real? Are we being for real right now? Are y'all being for real? Like I don't know. Like, and I'm speaking in general. Like in general, that is how it is. It's like they keep making excuses for this one gender, and it has to stop. The same gender who always preaches about taking accountability. Accountability, you know how Brianna was in the chat, not to like center you, Brianna. You know how Brianna was in the chat saying that she's about to go to the gym and meet her goal of being on a Stairmaster for an hour. And then she said that she was going to go write in her journal. And then she said she was going to go meditate. That's taking accountability. Sitting around whining and complaining about how the world did you terribly and how everything is everyone else's fault, that's not taking accountability. You sound like a crybaby. You sound like a child. You sound like somebody who's been coddled their whole life. No, I'm not keeping you accountable. I'm just saying I'm using you as a good example of what taking accountability is. Like that's when they say women don't take accountability, it's crazy because women, we go get degrees. We go to therapy. We go to the gym. We sign up for Pilates classes. We stop having sex. Like we actually do things that make us better and grow as an individual. Men don't do that. Y'all just sit around and talk about what you're going to do all day and talk about how women are terrible people because we don't want to screw you. And it's like, we're trying to take accountability. Y'all asked us to take accountability. That's what we're doing. We're going to school. We're getting careers. We're going to therapy. We're taking care of our kids. We're taking care of ourselves. We're getting journals. We're meditating. Like, we are taking accountability. We're doing something about it. We're not sitting around crying about it all day. And we're not blaming men. We're not blaming y'all. Taking accountability is doing the work and figuring out what you can do to fix yourself. You are not taking accountability and you are not a leader if you're not doing anything about your own issues and struggles. Like, I need y'all to like have several seats. What are you doing to me? What? You want to come up here with me? Okay, you can come up. I don't have a toy for you to play with. Say, take accountability. Okay, close enough. We're dancing, exactly. Like we're living life and be having fun. And I just don't understand why other people like don't do that. But I don't even like, I don't know. I'm gonna just stop apologizing for saying certain things because maybe God wants me to talk to y'all like this. But I just really need y'all to chill in my comments. Like, coming into my comments and blaming women for why you are the way you are is not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to make me feel bad. It's not going to make any of these ladies feel bad. You're still going to be the same sorry individual you were yesterday because you think that coming in my comments and blaming women for why you are the way you are is going to do something for you, and it's going to do absolutely nothing. Go to therapy. Go figure yourself out. Go do the work. Okay? Go do the work. And then come talk about what women are doing. Because statistically, women are doing the work. And it shows. With kids. Okay? With kids or no kids. With a man or no man, we are doing the work. Y'all are doing nothing but complaining. We don't care. Stop. Go talk about that in your own space. For real. Stop coming over here in my space talking about it. And now I'm not divine because I just told you what you needed to hear. It sounds like somebody who doesn't know how to take accountability. No, and we're not going to help everyone. Like, we're done. You know how many, like, you know how many, like, years and years and years. Thanks, Brown Bunny 04. Thank you, babe. Years and years and years women have wasted on trying to, like, pull up, like, our counterparts. When the entire time God really just wanted us to heal the masculine side of ourselves and heal the feminine side of ourselves and have that union instead of trying to make, like, have this outer union with these people who just don't, like, our counterparts who aren't, like, you know, they're not meeting us on our level. Like, for real, don't do that. God, I don't think God ever I don't even have to think. God never intended for women to, like, pull men up and just, like, coddle them and do all the work for them and, like, no. Like, honestly, the best thing you can do as a man or a woman is to focus on yourself. If you are in a relationship with somebody, y'all are married and y'all want it to work, fix it. If you're in a relationship and y'all both want it to work, fix it. But if you're single, girl, you better be out here living your best life, or man, girl, man, live your best life and make sure that in 10 years you can look back and say, like, I'm proud of myself. Like, I'm proud of the work that I put in on myself. Like, I actually met my goals and checked off all the boxes. I didn't let a man or a woman or anything hold me back. Okay? I got my credit together. I got some properties, if that's what you're into. I started a garden. I started a band. I started back doing different hobbies. Like, whatever your goal is. I don't care if your goal is just to read 1,000 books. Make sure in 10 years you can say, I'm proud of me. Okay? And I didn't let anybody stop me. That's what you should be concerned about. Thanks again, Brown Bunny. Love you. I think it's y'all Americans. That's fine. It can be us Americans, but this American is doing what she's supposed to do, and the results will show. So I really don't have to say too much. Thank you, Majestic Touch. Aaron, and the crown was always ours to begin with. That's why they try so hard to, like, dehumanize us and, like, step on us and make us feel like we weren't worth anything but what we have between our legs. That's why. And that's why it's been a rise in incels, because the moment that women realize, like, I want to keep my power to myself and I'm not going to keep giving it away for crumbs, that's when men started tweaking. You notice it was a cause and effect. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? As soon as women decided, like, we're taking our power back, we're going within, we're working on ourselves, we're not focusing on anything. Because you could be a woman and date other women, right? Like, you don't have to be a woman who dates a man. But we just decided, like, no, we're not doing this. I'm gonna focus on me. I know my power, and I'm not gonna keep giving it away to somebody who's not even equally yoked with me. That's when we snatched our crown back, and it was always ours to begin with. And that's what they don't like. That's why they're crashing out right now. They're freaking out. Like, I could really dive so deep into it. I don't know what's going on in other countries exactly, but I know where I live, they're actively taking away women's rights. Like, actively doing this. Why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think they're specifically targeting a gender? Now, you can say as an individual man, you are being affected right now by the way the world is as an individual, but men as a whole cannot say that y'all are being targeted for being a man. Women are being targeted because we are women. There's specific laws being put in place to harm women. That's not happening to men. And if y'all would put your egos to the side for 2 seconds and realize that, and actually provide some type of support and protection, you may actually be blessed and not so miserable. But because y'all can't put your egos to the side for 2 seconds and realize it's a war on women and it's a war on children, specifically, I don't care about the individual. I'm not talking about you, Fred. I'm talking about specifically, you would see what your role is in this fight. But I digress. What's crazy, all aspects of my life were better before I started making excuses for him and myself. Yeah. And I just feel like that's God. If God wants your attention, he will get it, okay? God knows what we like and value, and he will strip those things from us little by little until we wake up and realize this ain't it. I let one take 10 years and I do regret it. Honey, but you got 10 more to go. So live it up. Live it up. Charge it to the game. You can't turn back time. Live it up. Thank you. Thank you, Brown Bunny. Oh, I didn't even see that. Thank you. Thank you. The cookie shop is closed. I was on this side before anyone had an opinion. Were you on the right side? Please specify the laws that are limiting women. Oh, a 24-year-old woman just got sent to prison because she had a miscarriage. And I'm also not going to do the work for you because a lot of men want women to work for them. Go Google it. Okay? Go Google it. I'm not going to do the work for you and break it down to you about the laws that are limiting women right now. Go Google it. And the fact that you, instead of just doing your own research and your immediate instinct was to question me, shows what space that you are at right now. And y'all need to stop being so quick to question a woman who is the epitome of wisdom and just go do your own research. Sorry, y'all. I missed the trolls. I didn't see it. They're always being racist. Don't nobody care. Look. Racism is one thing like you cannot hurt me with. Once you know who you are, understand your power, when anything that somebody tries to use to belittle you does not work. Like, you cannot make me feel bad about being black, nor can you make me feel bad about being a black woman. Like, you see the material. You're not I can understand why you're mad, but thinking that I'm going to be mad with you is crazy. For what? Why would I be mad? Why would I be mad? You okay, Binky? Good job. Yay. Yay. You want to come back? You put it back on? Let me see how you look. He's like, Mama, stop. So it's your fault that you're in your position. Hold on. Like the rest of us, men are targeted too. Now you're blaming the government. What did I say to blame the government? I don't even think I use the word government. The law stands by women. I'm talking about y'all blame the government for why you are mentally delayed or mentally ill or you can't get right. There's a difference between setting a law that actually is preventing women from getting proper care. That's not the same thing. And I feel like you're being like, I don't know, you're trying too hard to prove your point and you don't have one. That's not what I said. And I feel like you know I didn't say that. And if you didn't know that, then that just further proves my point. Matt, whatever you're going through, you got to go through it somewhere else. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, what do you want me to do about what you're saying? I feel like you're wasting time on telling me about whatever issues that you're having in family court. Like, that does not prove anything. Your one situation where you are having issues with family court does not prove that women are the problem. That does not make any sense. You're the subject expert. When written in the past, there's no laws written in the past or future regarding limitations around women. Federal and state laws reference abortions. Okay, I think you need to try a different search engine or something. Because if you're going to sit here and be purposely dense because of your ego, I don't have anything for you. Like, I can't have an honest conversation with somebody who is purposely choosing to misunderstand what I'm saying and is acting too far into their ego. There's no conversation to have. You are saying that you Googled it and you did not find, but you really need to go read a book. Honestly, stop Googling and go read. You say that you Googled it and you did not find any information on how laws are limiting women. You either did not Google anything, you use the AI response that pops up, or you're being purposely dense. And I don't care to have a conversation with you further. So come back with a little bit more education and then we can have a conversation. Don't even entertain that. You cannot entertain that. They will literally come in here purposely and say, well, I Googled it and I didn't see it. Okay. That doesn't make me incorrect because you Googled it and did not see it. I live in this world. So, and I also read. Go read something. Anything. That is not the AI response on Google. Not only do I read, I'm a published author. So go cop my book. I love those chunky cheeks. Not the conversation in the sauna was hitting on what we talking about in here. Oh, wow. Alignment. Carter. Thank you. You want to get down again? Hold on, yeah. Mwah. Mwah.
Right here.
I don't see men that complain about doing what they're supposed to do. Y'all just come on this site. You spelled that incorrectly, honey. It's SITE. And do nothing but complain. It's ridiculous. Notice how men doing horrible jobs to provide for y'all. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I could halfway get through that sentence. For one, I think you have bigger fish to fry. That's what I think. I don't know what you're talking about. Men doing horrible jobs to provide for me. I don't know what you're talking about. Am I sick? No, but it's a pollen apocalypse outside in Georgia right now. And it's whooping me currently. So my allergies are all over the place. What you doing? All right, I want to get off because I want to go cuddle with my sunshine. So if you have any questions, ask now. If you have spiritual questions related to something relevant that have nothing to do with me and my personal life. Dang, did it block my comment? It might have. I be having to unblock hundreds of comments a day. I don't know what YouTube got going on. Girl, you're so brave for speaking your mind. How do I raise my divinity? Okay, I feel like the first thing that came to me was something to do with creativity. So I feel like, and I kind of talked about this as well, like with spiritual ranking. I don't know if you saw my spiritual ranking video. Divine feminine specifically, I feel like all divine feminines, all people, but divine feminines have very unique spiritual gifts. So I feel like you have to make sure, one, you're walking in your purpose. Like, it really almost doesn't get more divine than that. Like walking in your true purpose, whatever that is. You're a mother, so that is part of your purpose. So I feel like because you're a mother, a good mom who's taking care of her child, that also makes you divine. Like you're also walking in your divinity because you have taken something from the spiritual realm through your portal and brought it to the physical realm and have nurtured it and taken care of it. But also just make sure that you are being creative. Like if we're speaking divine feminine specifically, creativity is feminine energy, like creation. So you need to make sure that you're doing some creative, even if you're not 100% sure what your creative gifts are, make sure that you're doing something creative, right? Also make sure, like as a woman, and I talked about this in one of maybe my second video I ever posted. If you go back, I don't know what it's called, but go back and watch it. I think it's the second video I ever posted ever. Dancing, like moving your hips and releasing from your, like literally dancing. Like you got to get in the mirror and start whining. Like turn on some like Afro beats music, whatever music makes you feel like, especially because you're a black woman from what I can see, you feel that's like you being connected to like your ancestors, but you're also moving around your sacral energy, which is really important for like divine feminines, like dancing. That's what I would do, like dancing, acting your creative gifts, And everything else that you're doing, I feel like you are doing it. Like you talking about you journaling, meditating, staying connected to God. I feel like you are doing those things already. Uh-oh, Binky. Hold on, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You okay, Minky guy? I know. So that was too tough to get back up this time, Mama. That was too much. Okay. You alright? He said no. Alright, he said he's not okay. He said he ran and he tripped on his feet. I take motherhood seriously and I trade in the futures market. Oh, I trade in the future market. I'm a lash artist and I do feel like I'm called to do this. Good. I think I'm just trying to push back on this desire to control. That's good. I feel like that's something in you that's like telling you to be in, to tap more into your feminine side. Because feminine's like, we're supposed to live and flow, like, and receive. It's a tough one. It's gonna be balance. I think it's just something you have to practice. Like practice, like if it's something that's out of your control, like let it go. If it's something that I feel like the best way that I learn how to live in a flow state and let go of control is to constantly tell myself everything is always working out for me no matter what it looks like. Like just affirming that to myself, living in like an abundance mindset, like I'm not in lack. I'm always being provided for. I'm always being given to. I'm always being supported. Like saying those confirmations, like, and affirming these things to yourself consistently every single day will change your mindset. Try some, I don't know how to say that word. And I don't know what this is for the pollen. I'll have to look that up. Tea with hair supplement. Okay, thank you. Is the flow supposed to feel like free falling though? It can, but it's kind of like it has to feel, you have to enjoy the free fall. Enjoy the free fall. That's the hardest part. Because to some people, the free fall is fun, it feels good. But to other people's, the free fall is not fun and it does not feel good. So you have to like one, trust and just allow yourself to like go with it. It's hard. It's harder for me to explain it because I'm a fixed sign. I don't know what your sign is. I don't remember if you told me. I don't know if you said you were a Leo, but I'm a fixed sign and I have a lot of fixed placements. We don't like change. We don't like the free fall. You have to trick your mind into liking it. Like you have to like affirm these things to yourself. Like if you start with, like if you can't do nothing else right now, Brianna, I would say start with positive affirmations. Recite them to yourself all day, every day. Speak these things to yourself out loud, write it down in a journal, or you're a Gemini. I don't know your other placements. Geminis typically like the free falling. So maybe it's a moon or a rising sign that's kind of like messing with you. Geminis can like that, but Geminis are also really intelligent. Like they can be too smart for their own good, and that could be like an issue. But yeah, I would start with affirmations. Just recite these things to yourself consistently. Like everything is always working out for me. Like you have to, it takes practice. It's just like meditation. The first time you meditate, it's gonna feel weird. But if you do it more consistently, it's like that becomes your reality, right? Thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic, right? So you think, therefore you are. Think these things about yourself and feel them. You got to create those new like neuropathways. That's kind of how it is. And it's like Because you got to think, as you've grown up in life, things that you have experienced, things that you have said, things that you have gone through have created the neural pathways that could be more negative, right? You can also do those same things with positive. Like you you created all these limiting beliefs. You can do the same thing with positive beliefs. A switch in mindset. That's the hardest thing for people. But I feel like you can, not only can you do it, I feel like you can do it well. And it's gonna like it may even freak you out. There's a lot. There's a lot I want to say, but I don't want to like. I got ADHD a little bit. I'll be all over the place. Yeah, the imagination is very powerful. I agree. The flow state comes from any creative practice. Yes, because you're grounded as well. You're grounded in your true energy. You're truly connected with God, because that's where our creative gifts come from. They come from the Creator. He blessed us with these gifts. When you're acting in them, and you're acting and walking your purpose, you're connected with Source. You're connected with God. You're connected with your highest self. You're grounded. Like everything is just, you're in perfect alignment. Your Hello Goddess is on repeat. Yes. And your shower meditation has been on repeat. I think I'm on week 3. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What do you feel like has changed, if any, since you have done either one of those meditations? I kind of want to re-upload them, because when I recorded those, I didn't have a good mic. I think I was like in the bathroom, and I think I was sick. I need to re-record those. But also, Brianna, another good thing you could do, make your own affirmations, your own subliminals. And when you're speaking, make sure that you have to like make sure you're feeling it and like projecting it out, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. But like when I speak, especially when I make my meditations or I'm doing my channel videos, there's a certain energy that I'm projecting out, and it's like the energy of like love. So if I'm saying to somebody, if I'm saying on like I am a goddess of abundance and prosperity, I'm not just saying that. Like I'm feeling it as I'm saying it. I'm feeling exactly how it feels to be a goddess of abundance and prosperity. Like it's flowing through me. If that makes sense. I need to know. I need a one-on-one if I can trust you. Go to my description box. I don't know how it looks on live. You can go to my description box or the about section, and it either will say booking site or it'll say book me. Yeah, the flow state is powerful. How do I flow when I'm a single mother? Um, I feel like, I don't know how old your kids are, because that definitely plays a part. But I feel like depending on your circumstances, you have to create opportunities to put yourself first, which obviously as a mom is hard, but also at the same time, mothers make it hard, because we love our kids. We're mama bears. Like we love our kids so much. We feel selfish and guilty for putting ourselves first. But I've discovered on my journey with motherhood, the more I put myself first, the better I am for my children and the happier my kids are. Like if you ever heard somebody say, how a child turns out is not about how many people are in the household, what like how much money they have, how many shoes they have. It's about the state of happiness of the mother, because the mother and the child is so deeply connected. And if you are unhappy and you're always angry or you're always overstimulated, your kids don't care that you buy them a Maserati truck when they turn 16. They don't care how many pairs of Jordans you buy them. They don't even care if like the dad is in the house. Like all those things don't necessarily matter. It matters about how the state of the mother and how she's feeling. And if the dad is in the home, if the dad is also angry, that's going to affect the children. Like having angry parents who are overstimulated and toxic and all those things is going to affect the quality of the child. But since you're a single mom, I mean, obviously the dad is not in the picture. Make sure that you're, one, work on your emotional regulation. That's like number one, I would say. So breath work, meditation. If you can do any amount of light exercise, do that, because you need to be releasing a lot. Like, that's something I feel like as a mom you have to do consistently. You have to consistently work on your emotional regulation. You got to consistently like ground yourself, because if you're overly anxious or overly like too overstimulated, you're kind of like projecting your like negativity onto your children. You got to remember they're kids. Their perspective of the world is different from yours. Like, I just saw a comment section yesterday where a woman was saying how she's a mom now and she understands why her mom came home and no. She was recording her mom, and I could clearly see the woman she looked like she was going through it. She just looked depressed. She was recording her mom. She was like, I took this picture of my mom when I was 13 and I thought she was just grumpy. But now that I'm a mom, I see that she's depressed. So emotional regulation is number one. Mental health. Like, you have to make sure that you are regulating your nervous system, because being a mom will make you crazy. And just putting your mental health first. But also make sure that you're also finding time for self-care. Like, 100%. When I first had my daughter, postpartum hit me really hard for the first 6 months, and I didn't do anything to pour into myself, and it made me feel even worse, because prior to that, before I had her, like, always getting my hair done, always getting my nails done, always doing things. And then I had my daughter and I felt like I couldn't do those things anymore. So now I prioritize beauty. Like, that, when you look good, you feel good. So I got a skincare routine. If I want to beat my face, I'm going to beat my face. I'm no longer making excuses for like, or being too lazy. Like, I don't want to get my hair done. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to get my nails done. Like, I find time to do that. Granted, I have a support system, so it's harder if you don't, but you can also do a lot of maintenance at home. Like, there's so many videos on YouTube about doing maintenance in the house, and it's more affordable. So you have to, I would say, to break it down, because I just yapped for like 15 minutes. I would say, one, emotional regulation, two, self-care, and three, prioritize whatever is important to you. So I don't know what that's going to be for you, but for me, that's like beauty. Like, when I look good, I feel good and I attract more. Yes, single mom. Somebody asked a question about being a single mom. Hold on. My mindset is definitely changing, and I noticed that I haven't been living from my feminine nature like I have to intentionally say that actually doesn't feel good. Right. My chakras have opened up thanks to doing my homework, and I'm happy, genuinely good. Like the guy was talking about, I probably would have bypassed the feeling and suppressed it, which way I've been in this for too long. I've noticed since listening to it, I've been less reactive and more patient to allow my emotions, feelings to surface, because I've been stuffing my emotions. Good. Makes me happy. But I hope that answered your question to the person who asked. I know that was a lot, but it'd be a lot of thoughts going on in this big head. And I be trying to get it all out. And I'm just like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Overall, put yourself first. Not in a selfish way. Like, it's moms, and I'm not saying this is your situation. That's one of those things where it's like, you have to want it. You either want it or you don't. I'm in this group on Facebook. It's not a mom group, but there's a lot of moms in there. It's like a fitness group. And somebody asked that same question that you asked, but they asked it in reference to the gym. It's moms in there, single moms included. They get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to exercise, take a shower, do their hair, do their makeup, all before their kids get up, take their kids to school. Like, some of them have to go to work. They just do it. Like, you have to develop a routine. You have to, because not only is it beneficial for you, it's beneficial for your kids, right? And you don't have to seek perfection every single day, but a routine is totally necessary, and just being disciplined. Because there's women out here who do it, and I don't want you to compare your situation to theirs, but just allow it to motivate you and just know it can be done. And the older your kids get, obviously the easier it is. Since you don't have that support system, once they get older, it'll be easier. But think, if you start that routine with them now and a routine with yourself, think about the woman you're gonna be in 5 years from now. Your kids are going to be thriving and happy because they have a mom who they've watched for years, love herself, pour into herself, just be emotionally regulated. She wasn't angry. Like, you're giving your kids a better quality of life because you're giving to yourself. You first, okay? You first. You cannot, like, the moms, if you ever see moms, and I'm not making fun of them because I have those days too. Like, I got on my little t-shirt, my hair thrown up in a ponytail. Like, the moms that you see who are always looking like not their best, they put their kids first. They don't put themselves first. And they feel like they have to because they're conditioned to, and they feel guilty. But the moms that you see, like the hot moms, not saying it's your goal, but the hot moms walking around like looking good, they look good, the kids look good, that's because she puts herself first. So if you can afford it, because money definitely helps. If you can afford it, hire cleaners to come clean your house. Order out every once in a while, or order, they have like healthy meal prep plans that you can order that will send you meals, like not handmade, homemade meals. They'll send you things like that. Like, whatever you can do to make your life easier as a mother, do that. Like, single mother or not. Because whether you're in the house with a man, you still have so much responsibility. Whether you are co-parenting, you have a lot of responsibility. Just make sure you add yourself to the top of that list. But yeah, put yourself first, and create a routine. Spiritual Betty has helped me a lot and we grow taller. Yes. Y'all be careful shouting out books in my comment section if I didn't ask you to, because it's gonna come off as spam. Because there's like a group of weirdos on the internet who go around spiritual channels promoting these random books, and I always have to block it. So just be careful doing that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, but I cannot fix my mistake. I'm sorry. All right, if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm about to get off, so let me know. No, I'm getting off if there's no questions. So if you don't want me to exit, then ask a question, because I don't have nothing else to say. And do you think fasting can help bring in blessings? I don't know. I feel like fasting is a religious thing, and I'm not religious. I have fasted before, and I don't remember any blessings being brought in for me. So, but they told me I did it wrong. So I don't know. You can try it. You could try and just like set your intentions. But also, I think it depends on what you're fasting from, because you don't have to just fast from food. You can fast from other things. So I actually would say, yeah. Ew. But I would set my intentions with God and say, God, I'm fasting for the purpose of this. And by the end of this fast, this is what I am hoping to gain from it. How do I know when to move or how to? I don't know what you mean. Like, move where? Like, to a house? Like, make a decision? Do you think Jesus had abs? I think you should ask Jesus that question. Do you think God has all the answers? Of course. I feel like it may be hard for us to hear God correctly because most people are ungrounded. Hey, I'm someone who genuinely appreciates the connection here. I'm not just a viewer, but a part of the vibe, and I love being a part of this community. Okay, thank you, John. And then you say things like that, and it's like, okay, well, we don't do that over here. What's this feeling of happiness? It's overwhelming, but it feels good. Euphoria, maybe. All right, y'all, I'm getting off, like for real. But I love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Y'all like the video. Thank you to, I can't remember the person's name who donated, but thank you for donating to my channel. I love you. I hope God blesses your pockets times 10. I hope that tonight your pillow stays cool all night. I feel more grounded in warmer weather by living in Ohio. Girl, go to the beach. Something about the ocean is so healing. Like, it just resets you like crazy. Why would God give you a free will if he wanted you to sit down and answer your questions? Don't you think we need to find answers on our own? Of course I do. Where you been, honey? How long you been subscribed to me? That's all I talk about. Of course, of course, of course. Even if you didn't donate, I hope God blesses your pockets, by the way. I hope that all your dreams come true and you live a nice, abundant, happy life. And I hope the rest of today is amazing. All right, but I love y'all. I gotta go. If you want to see my April message, make sure that you become a member or make sure you have your post notifications on. But y'all have a good rest of your day. Bye.